a second there.
I'm not going to be able to help you.
See ya. Laters.
Only one way to find out. Omega Luke.
Hello everyone, how are we all doing? Glad you can join me today for episode 3 of World ROTTERDAMINATION. We've got an exciting episode ahead. Take my word for it, and I'll prove it to you. I'm sure I will. Let's go to the menu and have a look. Yes, the two games we find ourselves against today is Athletico Paranaense, and Girona FC. So a Brazilian side and a Spanish team. The Brazilian side not doing so well in 18th position. There's 24 places, so just outside relegation zone. Girona a lot higher up though. They are finding themselves in 6th place. Are they as high as us though? Absolutely not. We are top of the league, and that is because we have been on a great run so far. And you're going to notice a trend. We're still unbeaten. Like, we've only lost the game on penalties, which ended in a draw after extra time. I consider that as not really a loss. We lose on penalties. Penalties should never exist. In my opinion, they should do the MLS run that they did from the penalty, from the centre line, run towards the penalty area and do like a one-on-one situation instead of penalties. And requires a lot more skill. Requires it's a lot more entertainment than penalties, for sure. It's a lot less required on luck. I think it's a much better option. And just have the rule where they can't touch. They're just not like, if they touch, redo it. Makes it so much easier. Wow. That was a tangent, wasn't it? Let's get back to the game. Now, since the last episode, of course, we drew 1-1 against Sheffield United and beaten Trabzonspor 3-0. We have played a few games since. Deportivo Guadalajara, the Mexican side, we faced them and beat them 3-0. Nikolai Jorgensen, Burgess and Nicolo Armini scored on his debut. 16 minutes into it as well. Very good. 3-0 up within 16 minutes. Happy days. Then we didn't score after that. We then played Dynamo Zagreb and we had a boring 0-0 draw where we didn't even score a goal, which is the first time that's happened so far this season outside of friendlies. I'll give you that. We then played Hanover and we continued going on this weird drawing run. So far, we've now drew 5 games in the league because we also then drew 1-1 to Spartak Moscow. Again, Nicolo Armini. And we missed a penalty in the very last minute of the game. 95th minute, Jens Tornstra stepped up, missed a penalty. We really need to consider our penalty takers in this game. Then we beat Hammarby 1-0 with a fully rotated side in the FA Cup. The World FA Cup second round puts us through the third round. Happy days. That is a long time away against Sassuolo. And then we have AEK. We've just battered them 4-0. Great performance all round there. Burgess coming back from injury not so long ago and doing very well since he's been back. Nikolai Jorgensen, a brace for him again. Back in the goals. Let's hope we can continue that on an actual episode. That would be great. And then Jens Tornstra rounding it off in the 66th minute. 4-0 win against the Greek team. And now we're sitting quite comfortably at the top. By 1 point, still unbeaten. Sheffield United only one loss. That was not against us, against San Lorenzo, who... Where are San Lorenzo? They find themselves quite far down. But Norwich, they also had the same, just a worse goal difference where they were beaten 3-0 by us. Happy days. Nikolai Jorgensen is the top scorer of the league. He's also that has the best average rating, along with Haps. And Burgess is up there, joint top, with 4 assists so far this season. And Bijlo is up there with the top clean sheets, first with 7. Now, someone did message me, actually, in the comments of the last video, telling me how I should pronounce some of these names. So I'm going to attempt it. I can't guarantee I'll remember it. I'm going to attempt it, though. So the man who sent it in is called Stefan Kurtz. So Stefan, thank you very much. He also said, great video as always. Nice little, this is nice. But I'll tell you what, the pronunciations... Because then he's gone on to say, but you seem to butcher some names. Wink face. Cheeky. I like it. And then he's put some tips for the pronunciations of these names. So here we go. So the keeper, who we're looking at right now. The IJ is almost as impossible to pronounce as a non-native speaker. Fantastic. Never stood a chance then. But try to pronounce it like a Y to come a little closer. So Bijlo. Nailed it. Easily. Next up, we have this man. I call him Koku. Apparently that's not how you say it. He says the O with the 2 dots above is pronounced like the U in burger. You could just say the UR in burger. The C is pronounced like ch sound in cheese. And the U sounds like a bit like the E in the sound in chew. Right, okay. So we have Ker, chew. So it's Kerchew. Orkan Kerchew. I mean, there's no way I'm getting that right. Not a chance. The last one is Nikolai Jorgensen. Now, I've been calling him Jorgensen. I'm not Danish. I might look it. I have the blonde hair to look Scandinavian, I suppose. But Jorgensen, the O is pronounced like a U in burger. So again, referring back to the burger. So it's actually Jorgensen. Nikolai Jorgensen. That I might remember. No guarantees. So yes, that's how to pronounce some of these players' names. I've also renamed our centre midfielder Ozzy, because I was never going to be able to pronounce that name. So his actual nickname is Oguzhan Ozyakup. Nah, Ozzy. We're going to go with Ozzy. It's probably not even how you say it. It's probably Urzy. We'll go with Ozzy though. I'll be naming him Ozzy from now on. But anyway, we're going way off topic here. So many tangents before we've even got to a game. The league-wise, this is sort of the picture I had in my head.
Did you draw the picture?
Very good. No, this is sort of the picture I had in my head, that we would be roughly around the top end. The fact that we are top of the league, unbeaten so far, I'm very pleased with. I like that. I'd like to keep that going for as long as possible, because this is a very demanding league. The fact that we've done it so far, this much, is really good. And I haven't even come back to the actual game, so we'll skip to that. So we are back, finally, for the game. I need to stop doing that. Now, we just had a report to say how well Nicola Armini's been doing in training recently. So I am thinking about taking him off the reserves and actually start playing him for our side, because already, in the very short space of time that we've had from the start of the season, he has turned into an incredible player. 2-star there, he's already up to 2.5. And some of the attribute changes already is mental. I mean, jump and reach was 11, now it's 12. It's gone up by 1. But everything seems to be rising ever so slightly. And I like that a lot in Nicolo Armini. And I know that if I play him a lot, he does get better. So I am considering taking him off reserve and maybe starting him in more games. And I don't know who I'm going to take out. Possibly Van Beek, because Senesi is also a very good player who turns into an even better player in the future. But outside of that, I think I'm quite happy with the side we have out. I don't think I want to change much. Louis Montanu's been coming in every now and then and doing alright. Karsdorp needs to come back in. That's one change I need to make. I knew there was a green line missing from what I usually see. I'd like to see Haps and Baeza maybe create a new bond. I've also moved Baeza to a winger instead of an inverted winger. Just trialling it out. So far, it's been alright. It hasn't really caused any damage. But I'd like to see that over a long period of time to see what it actually does. So, Paranaense. Well, we'll forget about it. But anyway, they have a man called Carlos Eduardo. That's a cracking name. He does look like a very good player, a dangerous player for them. I wonder whether he is their best player. But they're all Brazilian. Majority of them look Brazilian anyway. And they will be at the start of the game. Most Brazilian sides will keep to a Brazilian team, I guess. Let's hope we can change how we've been doing lately, and instead of drawing games, we get the victory. Sheffield United have already scored as well, so that puts them 1-0 up, and above us, we drop down to second place, but we do also have a highlight. If we score from this, it's a massive kick, isn't it? Straight to Sheffield United to say, whatever you can do, we can match. That is a wild ball in by Asa. Plays it back in. There's Burgers. Jorgensen is unlucky. It's a shot blocked very early on from Jorgensen, who is Jurgensen, who has been very dangerous this season. Throwing down on the right-hand side then. We've thrown it back, and we have lost it. Leo Gomez picks it up, and there's a man spare. There is Carlos Eduardo. Wow, and he's put it past Bilo. He's put it past him anyway, and we find ourselves 1-0 down. Now, we don't normally go 1-0 down. It's very unlike us to concede a goal And that actually puts us behind. Normally we're either drawing 0-0 or we go 1-0 up and then concede. It's unlike us. I don't like it. Karsdorp's also picked up an injury. I don't want to risk it. So one thing about this database, the amount of games that come thick and fast, I don't like it having a lot of players out injured. So I am going to change it. Malasia's just going to have to deal with it. He's left-footed. He's just going to have to deal with it being on the right. There's a ball in. That's a great own goal. We meant it. Of course we meant it. Lucas Halter, I mean, he wants to play in a final shirt, and who can blame him? Maybe Thanos has done something to him there. But that's just hit him on the ass. It's hit him straight on the ass. I mean, I've never scored with my ass before. The front side, genuinely have. Not my ass, though. But fair play to him. Looking the wrong way. Hit him on the ass and gone in. We'll take it, though. 1-1 at half-time. It's a corner ball. Burgess has put it in. There's Jurgensen. Nikolai Jurgensen. He's finally scored in an episode. Brilliant stuff. This is the start of something new. High School Musical fans. Reference there. You'll get that if you're a Disney fan. But there it is. A towering header. And the ball in was so fast, the camera can even catch up. Burgess with another assist. And we're looking very special. The top assister of the league assisted the top scorer of the league. This is good. I am going to take off Burgess, though, because he is struggling. We have a more important game coming up. Girona are sitting in 6th place before the start of this episode. And we need to be aware that we have that game coming up. Corner ball again by Asa this time. It's cleared out. And Carlos Eduardo uses pace and he's got there. Malacia has brought him down. And Malacia, on as a substitute, has now found a red card. He's got himself a red card, and that is not great. So, Scott Arfield, you're going to have to do a job at right back. I think you're going to just have to sit in there. We don't necessarily have any other fullbacks who we can put in there. And to be honest, he does actually look like he can do the role. What else do I want to change, though? Maybe take off Tornstra and put on Utara. Utara's done very well when he has come on, and he has featured. And we'll just go for this and maybe demand a little bit more focus. Arfield. I don't want to change how we play. I want to stay positive. Best form of defence is attack. Van Beek. All of these cliches. I love the football cliches. My favourite, of course, I've mentioned before on the channel, is he didn't want it. Because, I mean, why would you play if you didn't? And I used to love it when players used to shout that when I had the ball. He didn't want it because most of the time I was playing up front, so I obviously did want it. Especially, I'd like shouting it. I love shouting it. He doesn't want it. When my strike partner or my midfielder is running at the defender, holding onto the ball, and they panic and kick it away out of play. That was good. But tangents again. Haps. Van der Heijden. Sprays it out to Van Beek. That's a great ball to Sinistera. He's a tricky winger. And he's got the ball in the box. Jurgensen has had another shot blocked. Oh, and that is the highlight. Block shots are a weird highlight because you can understand why they put it in there, but it's just annoying. Still, we come towards the end of the game. So far, so good. And I think we're going to seal it. We've held out. 2-1. It's not the greatest performance. We got a lucky away goal. We had a lucky own goal. We had a sending off. I'm going to be cautious there. That was a let-off. That genuinely was a let-off. If we play that against other bigger teams, like Girona, we're going to be punished. But anyway, speaking of Girona, we'll go forward to that game. They just lost 4-0. Against the side we beat 3-0. 7-0 I'm predicting. That's how these games work. So we are back. We do have a couple of fitness worries. Of course, Karsdorp's now out. Not for very long, but he's all good. He's all good. Gertruda is going to come in replacement. I'm going to put my faith in him. Van Beek's dropped down to the bench. In fact, we could put Van Beek on the right there. He is quite good on the right. Then we have Senesi alongside Armini, Haps at left back, Van der Heijden, Arfield, Burgess, Baeza, Tornstra, Jurgensen up top. The usual. On the bench, we do have a couple of people. Louis Montanu might feature. Sinistera's been doing very well off the bench so far. Utara as well. They aren't playing their key player, which is surprising. I had a brief look at their side. He's probably actually out injured then because he's not even on the bench. But we're all good. Girona. I'm not saying that I'm expecting a big win, but I would be surprised if we didn't batter them. And as I say, batter them. We go 1-0 down. It's perfect timing, and as Sheffield United also go 1-0 up, again, very early on in the game, like they keep doing, this is almost embarrassing. But then you think I'd be embarrassed. This happens to me all the time. For people who have been here for a while, you know I like to put my foot in my big mouth. Here we go. We're on the defence again. Girona coming forward in their light blue kit. Can we defend properly this time? I mean, they've put the ball over the top of us. Van Beek, very well done. Win that ball again. It's been spread back in, Haps, by Aza. Is that the end of the highlight, Van Beek? It's not the end of the highlight. We're going to have an attack here. I can feel it. Van Beek pulls it back to Bilo. Senesi. Armini. It's very patient. I like it. Nice and patient. Burgess. He hasn't got a lot of... There's a good option. I was going to say, he didn't have a lot of options. There, he pulls it back. Arfield. Jurgensen. What a well-worked ball that is. In their box. Steven Burgess. That is phenomenal. Great little intricate play. In and on the edge of their area. Started off with Baeza again. Headed out. Arfield. Nice little tap down. Jurgensen. Thinks, I've got my back to goal. I could try and attempt a shot, but I've had a lot of shot blocked. Instead, I'll lay it off to Burgess, who has a free attempt on goal. And that's what we did, and that's how we scored. You've seen it. I didn't really need to explain it. You've seen it yourself. Van Beek. Burgess. Plays it back to Van Beek. Van der Heyden. Still got it. Toornstra. There we go. There's the space he needs. Get that ball in. Oh, it's a lovely ball. No one's in there though. Scott Arfield. Baeza puts it in for 2-1. That's a very quick turnaround. 22 minutes. And we've pulled it back to put us back at the top of the league. And back in the driving seat. That was an incredible ball by Van Beek. I was right to put him at right back. Keeper looks the wrong way. Have a shot left. Where did that go? Not that way, mate. Have a look at this again. I don't think we're going to see it. Don't think you'll see it. Bang. You can't see it. He's looking the wrong way. He's looking at the wrong post. It's a kick-off highlight. What's going to happen here? They score now. Again. Foot in mouth. Embarrassment. Maffeo. Juanpi. All the way back to Juan Carlos. Miguel, it's a dangerous ball, really. If we had another second striker, it would have been a very dangerous ball. But then he might not have played it, to be fair. Juan Carlos. Spreads it out to the wing now. We've got a man there, though. Borja Garcia cannot quite get there because Armini is too quick. He's impressing me already. He's impressing me first season. Van Beek plays it back to Toornstra. Scott Arfield, the heartbeat of our attack and defence, to be honest. The heartbeat of our side. Van Beek, him and Toornstra. Oh, it's good play. There's a lovely ball again. And Baeza has a brace. And his 4th goal of the season, Scott Arfield, deserves all the plaudits. He's been outstanding for us every time the assistant manager picks a side. Scott Arfield doesn't even find himself on the bench. It is a travesty because so far he has been incredible for us this season. And Baeza has also been doing very well. 8.6 rating, 4 goals and an insane amount of assists. And we're looking very comfortable now, 3-1 up. Well, not to get too excited, but that was good. We played some good football. We scored some good goals. Yes, the defending at the start of the half wasn't amazing, but we were reacted well, and that's all that really matters. Teams around us also winning though. Norwich picking up a 1-0 there. Billy Sharp, Baldock, Freeman and McBurney means that Sheffield United are 4-0 up. It's time to make some changes though. That half flew by. Baeza, I know you're on a hat-trick, my friend, but I want to rest you for the next game. We've got a lot of them coming. There will always be a chance. And I think, to be honest, shall we? I'm up for it. Let's put Bozanek on instead. Not Louis Montagnier. I teased it, didn't I? I teased it all. But Bozanek, I've heard, can be a very valuable player in this game if he's used. So I need to use him a little bit more. Van der Heyden's looking complacent. Also wants a new contract and I rejected it and he kicked off by it. So Tapia coming in the deep line playmaker role on defend. Speaking of defend, that is what we need to do next. Tapia does very well. He's already on a yellow card though. Very early on to get himself a yellow card within 5 minutes of coming onto the pitch. Haps. Back to Tapia. There's Sinistera down the wing. Good. If you want a sprint, mate, that would be brilliant. He's got it anyway. We're all good. Tapia. It's a good 1-2. Toornstra. Arfield. Plays out to Burgess again. Oh, Scott Arfield almost picking up another assist. Passing the ball. It's unlucky. 83 minutes then. They need a goal now, really, to put up a fight. If it's not a goal, then signed, sealed, delivered. There, I said it. Oh, ooh, he almost got that. Borja Garcia. Still got it though. Alex Galar. Took a heavy touch. Van Beek could have got there. There's the goal. There's the goal. Well, Borja Garcia, 4th goal of the season, makes it 3-2. Now we need to be careful. We need to be careful. I don't want to change too much of the tactic. I like to stay in positive. Remember, attack, best form of defence. This would be good. Tornstra, this would be great. Oh, it's a hell of an effort. It's a hell of an effort. We had Baez off the pitch, of course. Usually our free kick taker. Left-footed. Haps. Balls are next there. It's been cleared. We're all good for the time being. 89th minute. 4 minutes still to go. And there is a highlight. It's dangerous if we lose the ball now. Tapia. He's been surrounded. And he's lost the ball. Borja Garcia. Plays ball over the top. It's Alex Galar. Not like this. Not like this. I was so cocky. And it's come to bite me in the ass. Of course it has. Of course it has. And there's still time for us to lose it. So I'm not going to say, oh, it's going to be another draw. Because we could go on and lose it. And that is a breakaway. I mean, the positioning of the goalkeeper there. He might as well be stood by the corner flag man. Jesus Christ. Well, there it is. That is definitely 2 points dropped. I warned them. I warned them in the last game. That was a very disappointing game. Very disappointing. I warned them so much about complacency. Did they listen? Did they listen? Did they hell? And now we've dropped off the top of the leaderboard. Still in the promotion. By a fair few points, might I add. 7 points clear of Moscow in 4th place. So that makes me feel warm inside, I must admit. But I would like to win the league. Of course I would. Have my name on that trophy. Lifted at the end of the season. That's what I want. But anyway, please, if you've enjoyed this video and you're enjoying this series, drop a like on the video if you can. That would be amazing. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll be back with you on Monday for another episode. Don't forget, we also have the Manchester United 06-07 series right now, still going on. We're in the 07-08 season, so we're in the 2nd season, but that's a lot of fun. We have some insane players, including the likes of Adriano, Iniesta, all playing at Manchester United. So if you're new to the channel and you haven't checked out the Manchester United save, make sure you go check that out as well. And of course, thank you to everyone who's coming over to Twitch and downloading the database. That's where you can get the exact same database. If you want the save game file, how I'm doing, patreon.com/OmegaLukeGaming, the $4 tier, just $4 means you get the link to this exact same save game file at the end of each episode. So if you want to let me know that you want the save game file, please, patreon.com/OmegaLukeGaming, that's where you can get it. And you can sponsor a regen in either this save or any other ones. There is the option for that as well. But anyway, guys, I've been blabbering on enough now. I'll catch you boys next week for another one. Or girls, I don't know. Hey you. Yeah, you. How am I doing this? Mind control. Watch.
There's a Patreon if you want to support the channel like these guys, and YouTube thinks you'll like this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. No, I am not Luke's father.